20 tips I wish I knew before traveling to Rome. Hi guys, and welcome back to Rome with me. My family is here, all my doctors are here, so in many ways I'm kinda Roman myself. But every time I see my friends or other tourists struggling in Rome, especially if it's their first ever visit, I always think that I could give them sort of little guide. So if it's your first ever time in Rome, this video is definitely for you. For the best places to stay and to eat in Rome, like traditional Roman pizza and pasta, best places to stay in Rome and best places to visit here. You can get my Travel to Rome guide, all places, all information you need for your unforgettable trip to Rome, all in one place. But today, I'm breaking this video into 5 major chapters. Transportation in Rome, dress code, food, cultural differences, and safety. And if you still have your questions after watching this video, feel free to drop them in the comment section. And if you are interested in traveling or living in Italy, consider subscribing to my channel, as I'm so happy to have you all here. Okay, let's begin and our chapter 1 and transportation in Rome. And let's start with the airport. You are arriving in Rome Fiumicino Airport. How can you get to city center? And here you have 2 options. And your option number 1 and taxi. You will find plenty of taxis right outside of the airport. And this is my usual way of getting home. But make sure that you will agree on the price before you get in. It should be a fixed rate. Usually it's about 50 euros from the airport to the city center. Just say clearly, 50 euros door to door, no extras. Option number 2 and Leonardo express train. It costs about 12 euro and goes all the way from Fiumicino Airport to Termini station right in Rome city center. And it runs every 15 minutes. However, if your hotel is not nearby Termini station, you will still have to take a taxi from there. And trust me, walking from Termini station to historical part of Rome with your luggage, no fun at all. I tried it once, never again. And if you arrive late, like after 10 p.m, I would not recommend you walking around Termini station. It's not the safest area of Rome, especially at night. And especially if you're a solo female traveler or traveling with the kids. Honestly, just take a taxi from there. Tip number 2, and there is no Uber in Rome. That's right, Uber doesn't work here. Local taxi drivers still protesting against it, so don't count on it. Tip number 3, and how to get around Rome. My best advice, stay in historical center in Rome and just walk around. Rome is surprisingly compact and walking around is the best way to see the entire city. Tip number 4, and avoid buses at all costs. In almost 10 years, I've never taken a bus here. They're rarely on time and really challenging to navigate. Tip number 5, and do not drive in Rome. Under any circumstances, any type of vehicle, just do not drive in Rome. Don't rent a car or even worse, a scooter if you were not born in Rome. Driving here is truly chaotic and can be dangerous for the tourists. Again, just stay central and walk. You will thank me later. Our chapter number 2, and let's talk about dress code when you come to Rome. And my tip number 6, Roman do dress well. And this is exactly how you can spot tourists right away by wearing leggings and sneakers. And believe me, they stood out big time. Italians love fashion, and even when they're grabbing that coffee or just walking their dog, they dress up a little. You don't need to wear heels or a business suit, of course, if you're not in Milan. But a little nice outfit will definitely help you feel less than a tourist. Think chic, comfortable, and put together. No flip-flops and especially sandals with socks in the city here. Rome isn't a beach town, and when you're wearing your flip-flops or any other beach clothes in Rome, even during the summer, will immediately label you as a tourist. Do you know that there are more than 900 churches just in Rome itself? The major dress code for all the churches around here will be your shoulders should be closed, your knees should be closed, closed. Make sure you're covering your belly, so no mini clothes, no crop tops. Make sure that you will remove your hats, your massive sunglasses, massive bulky handbags and your backpacks. I'm telling you, you will not be allowed to enter lots of churches here if you are wearing your flip-flops or your beach-like clothes. Tip number 8, and wear your comfortable shoes, but not the ugly ones, please. I guarantee you will be walking a lot in those cobblestones when you're in Rome. So your comfort definitely is the key. But this is Rome, one of the fashion capitals of Europe, and you don't really want to look that you just came back from your hiking trip. So you better go for those stylish sneakers, loafers, or maybe fashionable sandals, but with no socks, please. At any cost, avoid high heels and brand new shoes. They're going to be your nightmare walking in Rome. My bonus tip, and watch the weather. Rome can be really hot from May to September, but evening time it might get a little cooler. So you better bring some layers and don't forget those sunglasses and sunscreen. Moving to our chapter number 3, and food. Sacred subject in Rome and in Italy in general. Tip number 9, and cutting your pasta in Rome or anywhere in Italy with a knife is a crime. Always when you're in Italy, eat your Italian pasta traditional Italian way, just with a fork. Just roll it with your fork, helping you with the side of your plate. No spoon, no knife. Tip number 10, no pineapple on your pizza, no chicken on your pasta or on your pizza. Telling you, there is no such thing as chicken Alfredo or Hawaiian pizza here in Italy. And heads up, pepperoni pizza here in Italy means bell pepper. Yes, pepperoni is a bell pepper and not those slices of salami or sausage. Want your pizza with meat? Ask for prosciutto and rucola pizza. That one is one of my favorite ones. My tip number 11, and avoid tourist trap restaurants here in Rome. Any restaurants here in Rome or anywhere else in Italy, when you see any menu with pictures on it, or that big menu outside the restaurants also with some pictures on it, any staff members outside the restaurant begging you to come in, any restaurant that is serving dinner before 7 p.m. here, those are 100% tourist traps. Want to eat real traditional Roman food? Go where the locals go and you will find best, most traditional Roman food right in my Travel to Rome guide. Tip number 12, and that cappuccino after 11 a.m. Yes, Italians themselves prefer having their cappuccino in the morning as a breakfast. I don't think I know any Italian who would ever order cappuccino after lunchtime. But if you really want to have that cappuccino later on during the day, even at 4 p.m, it will be absolutely fine to order it from the bar. Just never ever order that cappuccino together with your pizza or with your pasta, and especially after your dinner. If you really want to go traditional Italian way, just order un caffè, which is espresso by default. Ordering that cappuccino in a traditional Italian restaurant after your dinner is a big no-no. Tip number 13, and that pizza crust. To eat or not to eat? Let me tell you this right away, Italians do eat it. Leaving it behind is like wasting bread, and bread is sacred here. Okay, I understand. If you're not really into that crust, just order pizza romana, which is Roman style pizza, which has a thinner, crispier base and almost no crust. And now our chapter number 4, and cultural differences, or how not to stand out in a bad way. So my tip number 14, and learn some basic Italian. Just knowing a few words go a long way here. Things like salve, buongiorno, buonasera, grazie, prego, buon lavoro not only will get you better service, but the locals will definitely appreciate your effort. Do you want a super fun way to learn some Italian before your trip here? Try Lingua Pi. They have really cool selections of Italian movies and TV shows to practice or to learn a little bit of Italian, just to use it while you are traveling here. And if you are planning to move to Italy, Lingua Pi should be your Netflix starting from today. My tip number 15, and do not overbook your days. Rome is a living, breathing museum, so don't rush it. It's not like Disney World where you queue for 3 hours to write 3 minutes after. All Rome attractions, especially museums, especially all these major places, deserve some time. So my advice, do not book more than 2 places to visit in Rome in a day. Trust me, quality over quantity here, guys. And always, before you come to Rome, book your skip the line tickets. It costs you just a couple of euros, but will save a lot of hours of your precious life. Tip number 16, and let's talk about standing coffee situation. In Italy, the locals usually having their morning coffee standing at the bar. But if you still want to enjoy that coffee sitting at the table, keep this in mind. If coffee at the bar will cost you about 1.5 euros, the same coffee taking to the table will cost you about 3 or 4 euros for the same one. It's not a scam, guys. This is just how things work here. You're not paying just for that coffee. You are paying for the services to provide that coffee at the table. My tip number 17, and let's embrace aperitivo culture. Aperitivo culture in Italy, it's like that happy hour, and it's typically between 6 and 8. Yes, this is exactly the time to get that alcoholic beverage together with a couple of snacks in a lovely place of your choice right before your dinner. Good news, usually all around Rome, the quality of aperitivo, the quality of the drink is pretty much the same everywhere. My favorite place to enjoy my aperitivo is usually Piazza Navona. Tip number 18, and let's talk about ghetto in Rome. As I've heard from many people, when I'm saying the word ghetto in Rome, they're like, oh my god, this is something dangerous. Guys, Jewish ghetto in Rome means beautiful, not dangerous. This Jewish ghetto area is an historical center of Rome and one of the most atmospheric and most peculiar neighborhoods and areas in Rome. And finally, it's getting dark, and our final chapter, number 5, let's talk about safety in Rome. Tip number next, and please watch your belongings, and especially when you're visiting major attractions, major places. Local pickpockets love those destinations, so please guys, be aware. Always use your crossbody bag and put your backpack in front of your body. And always leave your passport at the hotel. This is the worst thing to lose while you're traveling. And our tip number 20 for this video, and at any cost avoid Termini station at night. Termini is the Rome's central station, and it gets really, I would say, dangerous after dark. And especially if you're traveling alone, feel a little bit tired or a little bit tipsy, you better take a taxi. Just use your common sense. It's always better safe than sorry. Some extra tips for your next trip to Rome. If you need to take a metro in Rome, please be mindful about your belongings, especially your phone and your wallet. Dress modestly, especially at night, especially nearby Termini station. Please guys, avoid all these flashy clothes, wearing brand clothes from head to toe, and my dear American and British friends, if you're a little bit tipsy, put your voice down, because all these loud American and British tourists, guys, like, I have nothing against it, but you do attract a little bit too much attention from people you don't really want to meet during your trip. So don't be too loud, too drunk, or too flashy. Blending it always helps to stay safe. Rome generally is a very safe place, especially in its historic center, Trastevere, Prati. But please guys, use your common sense. Dress well, walk confident, don't carry flashy valuables, and take a taxi if you feel unsure or a little tipsy. Rome is magical. Respect it, and it will reward you with that wonderful trip and unforgettable memories. Thank you so much guys, hope you enjoyed this one too. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. I love you so much and can't wait to see you next week. Love you. Ciao.